Planetary energy incoming. The planetary energy over the coming weeks may feel particularly intense due to strong solar flares and solar storms that will continue until the end of Leo season, which runs through September 5th. This is an intensified ascension window, a time to harvest the fruits of what you've sown in the past and to bring your manifestations to completion. September, a breath of fresh air. September carries a benevolent, lighter energy frequency, almost like a welcome sigh of relief after the intensity of previous months. For those undergoing deep inner transformation and awakening, the shift can feel like a much-needed reprieve, a little more room to breathe, integrate, regenerate, and simply be. Rather than the relentless sensation of release and recalibration, September's energies activate a gentler rhythm where what has been processed can begin to settle into the body and consciousness. The energies may still stir movement and change, but they carry a lighter quality, allowing those who are ascending to gather their strength, reconnect with their center, and experience moments of greater clarity, peace, and ease. September will be felt as a sacred pause within a larger journey, not the end of transformation, but a meaningful opportunity to integrate the path already traveled. Since energetic work is important during this time, pay attention to any discomfort or pain in your physical body, to identify areas in need of healing. You have the ability to manifest your thoughts instantly, whether positive or negative, depending on the inner work you've done. Low vibration energies can still negatively impact various aspects of some people's lives, including emotional and mental states, relationships, health and well-being, manifestation and abundance, and spiritual growth and awareness. Absorbing low vibration energy can lead to negative emotions, unhealthy relationships, physical manifestations of stress and illness, and can hinder your ascension growth. It's important to be mindful of the energies you consume, as they significantly influence your human experience and overall well-being. As long as we feel a deep need to seek validation of love, worth, or acceptance outside ourselves, there may still be an invitation to embark on an inner journey and discover the love that already exists within us. Awakening isn't about graduating or having mastered every lesson. It's about gradually learning to feel secure in your own essence, to trust your inner wisdom, and to remember that the love we seek outside is something we are also capable of cultivating within. Maintaining faith and a positive attitude is extremely helpful for manifesting your desired reality, while we continue to release negativity to access higher temporal dimensions. Expect the coming season to be rich with positive energy, healing, and growth, surpassing any perceived challenges or trials. The new moon in Leo was a period of renewed energy and opportunity, perfect for starting something new. Miraculous events may occur, and the focus is now on love, passion, confidence, and connection, both with others and with yourself. Open your heart chakra, express your emotions, and be receptive to chance encounters. The new energy paradigm may seem complex, but the approach can actually be simple. By tuning into higher vibrations, you can perceive your energy more effectively and work with greater ease. The challenge lies in identifying where to focus your inner healing work to create effective change. Shifting your perspective and practicing in key areas can help you work with the new energetic paradigm. Healing is a gradual and deeply personal process that asks us to develop patience, faith, and trust while remaining open to recovery and well-being. As the body and nervous system undergo profound phases of change, healing, and rebalancing, some may experience symptoms ranging from fatigue and emotional sensitivity to temporary physical discomfort. Rather than resisting these experiences, we can lovingly support ourselves through the process, giving the body the time and space it needs. Connecting with the source of light creates a profound sense of openness, helping us receive more light, reconnect with our inner essence, and allow transformation to unfold in its own time. The physical body is evolving from the third dimension to the advanced stages of the fourth dimension, and ultimately to the non-egoic fifth dimension. To facilitate this path, it's important to spend time in nature, meditate, and maintain a positive attitude. The journey towards sovereignty and one's highest individual evolution will not be hindered by the actions of others. An immense wave of energy has struck the planet. This upgrade is intense because it has strengthened our connection with the source of light. This not only allows us to safeguard our light, but also to begin expressing and reflecting it in life and in the world. In the new Earth energy, it's not always necessary to physically confront something or someone. Every release can be achieved at metaphysical and multidimensional levels and layers. It is now possible to intentionally affirm things into being. This is the starseed activation of true inner power. In loving and devoted service to Ascension. Curated by the Ascension Lightworkers. Life Tapestry Creations, your new freeform world. Dearest ones, the time has come for you to address your interest in determining your role in this new world. It's as if defining your role would indicate which areas of interest suit you. In reality, the opposite is true. You want to know everything before it happens. While this concept was correct in the 3D dimension, it's not at all the case in your new world. In 3D, actions were programmed for eons. Sure, knowledge evolved with each generation, but the most acceptable path remained constant. Find a partner, give birth, and raise that child to fit within 3D's parameters of correctness, hoping that you and your offspring won't deviate from the norm. This new world is completely unlike anything you've ever experienced on Earth, in any other lifetime. Even if you've lived through similar uncertainty during times when you weren't on Earth, you find it difficult to reconcile those experiences with Earth's limited parameters, what you're most accustomed to. So you keep searching for a direct course of action, predicted by past events. Should I do this or that? Instead of I want to experience as many experiences as possible. This new concept of free play is much more aligned with your experiences when you weren't on Earth than it was in your 3D world. So you want us in the universe to create some kind of familiar scenario, much like your previous lives, where if I do this, this will happen. Your new world is more oriented toward if I do this, I have no idea what will happen, and that's exactly the excitement of existence I'm seeking. You will no longer have direct answers about your future, let alone about your afternoon. What feels exciting in the morning may not interest you at all in the afternoon. And this will continue for a while, causing discomfort and a bit of fear. You desire a predictable future, as was the case in 3D. Because even if you may have taken a different direction from others, for the most part, you always conform to the accepted life model in 3D. But that's no longer the case. There are no more rules of conduct. Nor are there directives from others requiring you to fit within the parameters your family or friends expect of you, who you should be, or what you should do. Given the three-dimensional fear that has permeated Earth until now, it was necessary to create rigid structures to reduce fear and produce acceptable actions. Now you find yourself in a free-form world. Therefore, we in the universe cannot predict who you will become any more than your friends or neighbors can. Just know that living in love rather than fear greatly expands your horizons and creativity. You no longer need to ask for approval or love, because you are an independent entity. Even if you question this concept, reflect on how you've always observed the lives of universal beings, including angels and higher powers. Did you ever think these entities had to follow specific rules, or that they were self-sufficient, capable of creating their own interests and activities in their world? Now you are a universal being, no longer a 3D clone. Your transition has placed you in a universal context, one that encourages freedom of thought and action. Not only because you've renounced 3D, but because you've once again accepted your universal capacity to love yourself enough to no longer fear seeking others' acceptance and guidance of fear that once limited your uniqueness and abilities. You no longer need to question who you are, or who you're becoming. Nor do you need others to feel complete. This freedom means you no longer have to ask the universe or friends about who you're becoming. You will become who you want to be, rather than who you should be. Do you imagine angels asking each other what they should do, or who they should be? Or do you believe they have the freedom to do and be whatever they want? Your passage from fear to love has expanded your freedoms and eliminated the need for others, including the universe, to tell you who you should be. You will be who you want to be and discover that path without the influence of friends, family, or community. You are not in free fall. You are finally falling into yourself. So be it. Amen. The healing power of walking barefoot on sacred ground. The concept of grounding or earthing involves touching the soil, sand, or grass with bare skin, which can improve sleep quality, reduce stress, and decrease pain and inflammation. 3 weeks after signing my divorce papers, I found myself in my garden before dawn, still wearing yesterday's clothes, carrying the pains of the day after I hadn't finished reading any of the self-help books that had piled up on my shelves. I had offered thousands of prayers, but none had ever come back. I was spiritually empty. Not metaphorically, but on a cellular level. Then I had a moment of irrationality. I took off my shoes and walked barefoot on the cold, damp ground. I felt the earth pushing back against me firmly, just like my heartbeat. Something ancient within me cracked and began to open. The next day, at dawn, I returned to my yard. Over the next 89 days, I walked barefoot on bare ground, before the rest of the world woke up. Over the course of those 90 days, I became a new person, from head to toe. The electric current beneath our feet. What's called earthing or grounding is simply skin contact with the Earth's surface. It may sound bizarre, but it has shown some validity as a potential healing method through electromagnetic energy. Recent studies indicate that scientists have discovered a massive amount of energy from free electrons on the Earth's surface. Therefore, by placing their skin in contact with the ground, soil, grass, sand, the Earth's free electrons enter the body and act as natural antioxidants, neutralizing free radicals responsible for inflammation. Clinton Ober, author of Star Earthing, the most important health discovery ever, found remarkable results in numerous studies showing that contact with the Earth lowers cortisol levels, improves sleep quality, and increases resilience to stress. Participants repeatedly reported improved mood, reduced chronic pain, and a sense of reconnection that's difficult to adequately describe with scientific terminology. When our bare feet touch the ground, we complete an electrical circuit that rubber-soled shoes have interrupted for nearly 2 centuries. Indigenous peoples never disconnected. For thousands of years, long before we had sophisticated tools to measure electrons, indigenous communities around the world cultivated a relationship with the earth through their footprints. For many Cherokee, the earth is part of the family, vibrant, with healing energy accessible through direct contact with the soil. Walking barefoot isn't just a choice, it's a way to access spiritual medicine. Losing contact with the earth means disconnecting from a primary resource. Australian Aboriginals believe the earth is the sacred body of their ancestors. One of their cultural traditions is the walkabout, a complex spiritual practice involving walking barefoot for thousands of miles across ancestral lands. Aboriginals regard the earth as a living being that breathes, dreams, and heals through direct human contact. A 5-minute grounding ritual. The following practice combines movement, breath, and intention to restore your sacred alignment. 1. Take off your shoes. Stand on natural ground. Close your eyes. Allow your weight to be held by the earth beneath you in the gentle embrace of gravity. 2. Breathe. Inhale for a count of 4. Visualize energy rising from the earth through the soles of your feet, up your spine, and into your heart. Exhale for a count of 6. Release all tension into the earth. The earth will transform and nurture it. 3. Intention. Place one hand on your heart. Softly and meaningfully speak one word to the earth beneath you: star, gratitude, healing, surrender, star, etc. Remain still for 5 breaths. Then walk slowly. Each step is a sacred conversation with the earth as a living being. What the earth taught a broken soul. 90 mornings of walking barefoot didn't heal my marriage or erase the pain from my heart, but they reconnected me to something deeper than any loss. something eternal and indestructible that existed before my grief. The earth welcomed me without rejection, without judgment, and without requiring me to achieve anything extraordinary. It simply held me for 90 mornings. Silently. Completely. Take off your shoes, go outside, and take the opportunity to reconnect with the earth. The earth hasn't forgotten your feet, it has been waiting to help you feel whole again. Ashanti, the human/extraterrestrial hybrid, are you a first contact specialist on Earth? We are preparing you for contact. I am Ashanti. I am Hussain. We, the Hussain people, love you infinitely and unconditionally. We send you loving energy from our hearts and our ships. Our ships are living beings, and when you make contact with one of our ships through a sighting, you have established extraterrestrial contact. We who are aboard the ship are aware of every being who sees us because we are telepathic. We make ourselves known to your animals, your trees, your aquatic life, to all beings including humans on Earth. Seeing a spacecraft is an important step toward making contact with aliens. We are preparing you in many ways. We are preparing you through messages like these, through the love we send to you, and to the vortices and chakra points of Earth. We are preparing you for alien contact by showing you our ships, and we connect with many of you while you sleep. Many of you receiving this message may begin to consider yourselves first contact specialists on planet Earth. Now, you may not feel like it, but if you're able to receive this message, then you are. You have to be on a certain frequency to receive it. You're all doing much better than you think here on Earth. It's time to recognize your merit for incarnating there and for being able to handle so much turmoil, so much negative energy, so much discord. You've been preparing for contact your entire life. That's how significant first contact is for a planet and for a race of sentient beings. Keep preparing in other ways too. Many of you are improving your diet, hydrating more, grounding in your body, and clearing negative energies. Much more is yet to come. There will be further preparations, and however ready you feel now, there's still something more to do. So be patient with this process. Be patient with yourselves and be patient with us. We are proceeding with great care and caution, and we deeply desire to do things the right way. We've made mistakes in the past and we've learned from them, and of course, Earth humans hold a special place in our hearts. We are therefore very pleased to have been preparing for contact with you. You are immensely important to us, and we love you deeply. We are glad you're excited to meet us, and we want to assure you it will happen. You deserve to be contacted, and you are our equals. Consider yourself such, and you may speed things up little. I am Ashanti. I am Hussain. For now, farewell. We'll see you later.